Today, we're talking about red flag relationships. It seems like train wreck relationships are all over social media and the news. Whether it's Elon and the drama with his latest baby mama, Ashley St. Clair, Hillary and Alec Baldwin and their new show, Kanye and Bianca, or even this gem from TikTok. It's kind of a depressing landscape out there when it comes to relationships these days. Let's talk about red flags, how to recognize them, and then how to get healthy or get out. Hi, I'm Tracy Marshall. I'm a wife, mom, and grandmother. I'm also a former executive and founder of multiple organizations. But now my job is to help you succeed by tackling the subjects that no one teaches you in school. Let's talk relationships, family, culture, even the news. Today, it's all about relationships. We're going to talk about 3 red flags to watch out for and what to do about them. But before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, today I'm mainly talking to you who are dating or who want to be dating, but I hope there's something in it for us married folks too. Look, I'm no therapist, but I've lived a lot. I've learned from my experiences and certainly my mistakes. And I've guided my 4 kids through dating, engagements, marriages. So here's what I've learned, and I hope it helps you too. Red flag number 1, you don't share values. Here's a clip from this TikTok influencer.
And we got into a huge argument about it. And I was like, you know what? This is my last straw. Again, I'm a very liberal woman.
This should have been a deal breaker from the get-go. They don't share any values. You've got to share a common worldview, which almost always includes political views. Unless you're both completely apolitical, and she's clearly not, you shouldn't set yourself up dating someone who believes completely differently from you. Relationships are hard enough. You don't need that added strife. And if you're a person of faith, do not compromise here. The Bible puts it this way: marry whoever you want so long as they're a believer. In other words, you have choices when it comes to marriage. Don't let someone dictate that to you, but they must share your faith. Your faith should be the foundation of everything you believe in all your choices. And how are you going to build something with someone if you can't share a foundation? And ideally, this applies not only in kind, but also in degree. In other words, if you're a mature believer, it'll be harder to get along with someone who's new in their faith. If someone's super political, it'll be harder to get along with someone who doesn't care as much. Okay, you also need to share goals. What if she dreams of city life with shopping and restaurants, and he wants to buy a piece of land and be a farmer? Oh, wait, that's the plot of Green Acres. It makes for a good sitcom, but really a lousy life. What about the smaller stuff? You like Mexican. She prefers Italian. Her favorite way to spend a weekend is at a concert with a big group of friends, and you'd prefer a cozy chair and a good book. These things aren't deal breakers. In fact, opposites can attract, and it can add spice and dimension to a relationship. But at the same time, don't have too many differences, because the more you have in common, the stronger, the easier that foundation will be to build. Yes, opposites can attract. And it's easy to find yourself attracted to someone who's completely different from you. But don't compromise on shared values and shared goals. So how do you find someone with shared values and shared goals? Honestly, this is one advantage of internet dating, because you can filter for like interests, like values. And don't sit at home. Don't wait for someone with shared values and goals to magically appear. If you want to marry a Christian, don't hang out at the local bar. Go get involved in your church. If you have a passion for some charity, go volunteer there. Then look to your right, left, introduce yourself, meet people. You never know where that will lead. Start with shared values and build out from there. Okay, red flag number 2. You feel isolated or separated from your support system. If the person you're dating is systematically separating you from your friends or family, this is a huge red flag, and you probably need to get away. It's normal when you're new in a relationship and you're falling in love that you feel like you only want to spend time with this new person. But if you feel pressure and you feel like they're pushing people away from you, it's not just newly in love. It's really a bad sign. I'm talking about what happens when you do try to go out with your friends and family. Do they encourage you, or do they subtly discourage you? Do you feel like you're being gaslit? Do they say things like, it's so immature to want to spend that much time with your family? Or do they constantly criticize your friends? If you look up and all the external relationships in your life have fallen away, or worse, been pushed away, you likely need to get out of that relationship. In the extreme, this is the MO of sex traffickers. They charm their intended victim and lavish them with gifts and attention, all the while systematically isolating them from other people in their lives. Suddenly, the victim looks up, they're completely isolated, alone, and vulnerable. But it can be much less extreme and still unhealthy. Are they trying to pull you out of your life and make you a fixture in theirs? Do they have what's called main character syndrome, where everyone else in their life is just playing a part in their story? Do they discourage your old friends, your job, your hobbies, and even your family? A healthy relationship is the blending of two lives, not one person consuming the life of another. Sometimes this happens so subtly, so slowly, and with so much gaslighting along the way that it can be hard to recognize. But if you look up and you're feeling isolated and separated from your family and friends, take a step back, get some perspective. You may need to get some counseling or at least talk to a trusted friend. This could be a giant red flag, warning you to get out and get out quickly. Red flag number 3, you feel controlled and manipulated.
We're going to see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's going to be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show. No.
Okay. That may seem more annoying than threatening, but think about it. If she's willing to talk like that in public, actually on camera, what's it like when they're alone? And how about our TikTok friend? She admits she was manipulating him and hiding the date of voter registration, even though she knew he wanted to register to vote.
I could tell he was going to vote against me, let's just say it like that. And so I was like, he is not going to make an educated decision on who he votes for. So guess what? I'm not going to remind him of this voter registration deadline. So then it passed. He didn't register to vote. So there we go. It was saved. He wasn't going to vote. I wouldn't have to deal with it then.
Here are some more signs of control and manipulation. Does the person you're dating try to control what you eat? I don't mean in the occasional like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have ice cream again tonight. Remember, you're trying to meet your weight goals. That could be your girlfriend really trying to help you. But when she starts systematically throwing things away out of your fridge and pantry without asking you, that could be a bridge too far. How about controlling what you wear? If your boyfriend tells you look pretty in dresses, that could be a simple compliment or maybe his way of flirting with you. But when he tries to control and make you wear a certain thing every time he's around you, that's definitely a red flag. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes with Kanye and his wife, Bianca Censori, but there has been a lot of speculation, not just among the media and pundits, but even among their friends, about him pressuring her to be naked in public for his own pleasure. Definitely a red flag. Do they criticize you to the point that it's not even worth having an argument? Do they belittle you in public? None of these things are okay. Here's the bottom line and a good rule of thumb. Do you feel free? Because the whole point of dating is to find someone to love and to build a life with, right? But you can't love if you're not free to choose love. If you're forced, it's not love. So use that as a good standard. Do you feel more free around this person, or do you feel controlled and less free? If you feel less free, unsupported in your values, isolated, or manipulated in control, those are huge red flags, and you likely need to get away. But use discernment and be reasonable. We're not talking about the one-off argument or the bad day. Every relationship has that. We're talking about consistent behavior over time that chips away at your autonomy and your happiness. If those kinds of things are stacking up, it becomes less about trying to fix it and more about trying to get away before the damage is worse. Like I said, I've been talking to people who are dating or who want to be dating. If you're married, it's different. If you're married and you're seeing these behaviors, don't give up. Try talking to your spouse. Get counseling. Even separate for a while if it's dire. But your marriage is worth fighting for. If you're just dating, it's easy to walk away. But if you're married, you've made a commitment and you owe it to yourself and your partner and your kids and your life to fight for it. Well, that's it for today. I know dating can be brutal. I hear it all the time. But don't settle. If you see these red flags, a lack of shared values, isolation, or control and manipulation, spot the problem, get help, or get out. But before we go, be sure to like and subscribe, drop a comment below. I'd love to know if you think there are other red flags I've missed. And remember, I'm cheering for you. You can build the life you want, and you can succeed.